Now, there are great stories every year in training camp as football players give it their best to try to earn one of the 53 spots on the roster. And as David McCoy tells us, this year in Vikings training camp is one of the more unusual stories you'll hear.
He's never played a down in an NFL game. He's only played 7 total games in college, and that ended 6 years ago. He's a 27-year-old trying to make an NFL roster for the first time, playing a position, tight end, that he's never played before. Nick Truesdell knows he's a long shot, but the fact that he's here at all is quite the story, and he's grateful for it.
You enrolled at the University of Cincinnati 9 years ago.
Yeah, 2008.
Truesdell lasted just 6 games into his freshman year at Cincinnati before he was kicked off the team for stealing from the campus bookstore. It got worse from there as he spent time in jail for theft, breaking and entering, and drug trafficking.
I just kind of made some dumb decisions when I was going into college, and I was just kind of used to being handed everything and being able to do what I wanted to do without any consequences.
He hasn't been in trouble since, and hasn't been handed anything since either. In fact, it's been quite the opposite. Everything has come the hard way. In 2011, he enrolled at Grand Rapids Community College and promptly tore his ACL in the very first game of what turned out to be Grand Rapids' final season. They canceled football at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So he took the next 2 years off, rehabbing his knee and working security and valet at a car dealership.
I had to get a job and stuff like that.
For the last 4 years, he's been playing arena football in Colorado, Bemidji, Spokane, Portland, Arizona, then Cleveland. Then finally, he caught the eye of the Vikings at the Veteran Combine in March, a thing that's only ever been held twice.
That is quite the road to get here.
Yeah, no, it's definitely been kind of a crazy road for sure.
He'd always played receiver in the past, but bulked up to play tight end. And since guys who are 6'6", 250 pounds, and can run a 4.6 40 and catch passes don't exactly grow on trees, the Vikings are giving him a chance.
What do you take away, if anything, from playing arena ball the last few years? How does that translate over to playing tight end in the NFL?
It actually doesn't translate very much with tight end because there's no tight ends. There's just big receivers and stuff like that, and there's not a lot of blocking because you don't really run the ball. But the one thing I can take away from it is the game moves a lot faster. I think I've had a good camp so far, and I just can't wait to get to the preseason games to really show what I can do.
Truesdell has waited a long time for this chance. He realizes it was his own mistakes that started him down this long, winding, zigzagging path to Mankato, but is embracing where life has now brought him.
If I could go back and change it, I mean, yeah, I probably would, but I also think it was kind of a good thing because it kind of made me grow up faster and just learn a lot of things, and I think I'm a better person for it now.
David McCoy, WCCO 4 Sports.
NFL teams cut down their rosters from 90 to 53 players on September 2nd after the final preseason game.